Hi everybody, this is Jenny from By Jenny Designs, and today I'm going to be showing you how to work up this really fun heart pillow. Okay, so I have all my supplies here. What you're going to need for this pattern is Bernat Blanket Yarn. You can use either the baby blanket or regular blanket yarn. You're going to need two colors, one for the main part of the pillow and then one for the trim. I'm going to be using the color Baby Pink for the main part of my pillow today. And you're going to need about 260 to 270 yards for the main part of the pillow. And then you just need a small amount for the trim. You're also going to need a size 9mm crochet hook, a pair of scissors, a large-eyed darning needle, and then you need some fiber fill for stuffing the pillow. Okay, to start this pattern, we need to make a slip knot and then chain 2. After you've chained 2, work 3 single crochet into the very first chain that you made. Okay, for row 2, chain 1 and then turn your piece over. And now we need to work 2 single crochet into the first stitch, one single crochet into the next stitch, and then 2 single crochet into the last stitch. And now we're going to repeat this for 2 more rows. So chain 1. And now for row 3, we're going to work 2 single crochet in the first stitch. Then we're going to single crochet into 3, and then work 2 single crochet into the last stitch. So work 2 here, and then 1 single crochet into each of the next 3. And then 2 single crochet in the last stitch. Okay, for row 4, chain 1 and turn. Work 2 single crochet in your first stitch. Single crochet across, and then work 2 single crochet in your last stitch. And then 2 in my last stitch here. Okay, so for row 5, chain 1 and turn. And now we're just going to work 1 single crochet into each stitch across. Okay, there's my last one of the row, and you should have 9 single crochet for row 5. Now for row 6, chain 1 and turn. And now we're going to be repeating for 4 rows. So I'm going to show you 1 row, and then I'm going to let you work up the additional rows. So for rows 6 through 9, we're going to be working 2 single crochet in the first stitch, single crochet across, and then work 2 single crochet in your last stitch. So go ahead and work through row 9 and then meet back up with me here when you've completed row 9. Okay, I'm just finishing up row 9. For row 9, you should have 17 single crochet. For row 10, we're going to chain 1 and turn. And now you're just going to work 1 single crochet into each stitch across. And this pattern is going to have a lot of repeats. While you're working, make sure you work your stitches nice and tight so that when you fill it with fiber fill later, nothing pokes through and makes a hole. Okay, so you should still have 17 single crochet. Now rows 11 through 14 are going to be the same repeat as we just had repeated for rows 6 through 9. Chain 1, turn, and now you're just going to work 2 single crochet in the first stitch, single crochet in each stitch across until you get to the last stitch, and work 2 single crochet in the last stitch. Go ahead and repeat that through row 14, and then I'll meet back up with you here at the end of row 14. Okay, I'm just finishing up row 14. For row 14, you should have 25 single crochet. For row 15, chain 1 and turn. And now we're just going to work 1 single crochet into each stitch across. Go ahead and work your way across. I'll meet up with you at the end of the row. Okay, I'm at the end of row 15, and now you should still have 25 single crochet for this row. For rows 16 through 19, we're going to be doing our repeat. Chain 1 and turn, 2 single crochet into the first stitch, then 1 single crochet all the way across into each stitch until you reach the last stitch, and work 2 single crochet in the last stitch. Go ahead and work your way through row 19, and then I will meet up with you at the end of that row. Okay, I'm finishing up row 19. And for row 19, you should have 33 single crochet across. For row 20, we're going to chain 1 and turn. And then we're just going to work 1 single crochet into each stitch across. Go ahead and work your way across, and I will see you at the end of the row. I'm just finishing row 20. Now you should still have 33 single crochet. Now for rows 21 to 24, we're going to be doing our repeats again. Chain 1 and turn. So that again is 2 single crochet in the first stitch, single crochet across, and work 2 single crochet in the last stitch. Go ahead and work your way through row 24, and then I will see you at the end of row 24. Okay, I'm just finishing up row 24 now. For row 24, you should have 41 single crochet across. For row 25, chain 1 and turn, and just work 1 single crochet into each stitch across. Go ahead and work your way across, and I'll see you at the end of the row. Okay, I'm here at the end of row 25. You should still have 41 single crochet across. For row 26, chain 1 and turn. Work 2 single crochet in the first stitch, and then 1 single crochet into each stitch across, and then 2 single crochet into the last stitch. Go ahead and work your way across, and I will see you at the end of the row. Just finishing up row 26 here. For row 26, you should have 43 single crochet across. For row 27, chain 1 and turn, and just work 1 single crochet into each stitch across. Work your way across, and I will see you at the end of the row. Okay, I'm just working my last stitch of row 27. For row 27, you should still have 43 single crochet. For row 28, chain 1 and turn. And now you're going to work 2 single crochet in the first stitch, 1 single crochet in each stitch across, and then 2 single crochet in the last stitch. Go ahead and work your way across. Okay, I'm finishing up row 28. For row 28, you should have 45 single crochet. For row 29, chain 1 and turn. And now we're just going to work 1 single crochet into each stitch across. And this is our final row before we start working one of our first bumps. Okay, so go ahead, work your way across, and then I will see you at the end of the row. Okay, so I'm working my last stitch of row 29, and for row 29 you should still have 45 single crochet, and this is pretty important, so go ahead and double check that you have 45 stitches. For row 30, we're going to chain 1 and turn, and then we're going to work 2 single crochet into the first stitch. Then we're going to single crochet into 21. So work 1 single crochet into the next 21 stitches. And here is 21 for me. I'm going to go ahead and double check. So we worked 2 in the first stitch. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 21. Okay, now for row 31, chain 1 and turn. And now we're going to work a single crochet 2 together. So starting in your first stitch, put your hook through and yarn over, pull through, put your hook into the second stitch, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through all 3. Now single crochet into the next 20 stitches. After you've single crocheted into 20, you should have 1 stitch left. And I forgot to mention that the last row should have been 23 single crochet across. And when I'm telling you the stitch count, the single crochet 2 together is going to count as 1 single crochet or 1 stitch. Okay, so now we're going to work 2 single crochet into the last stitch here. If I can grab this. Okay, so 1, 2, and now your stitch count for this row should still be 23. Okay, now for row 32, we're going to chain 1 and turn, and then we're just going to single crochet across. So work 1 single crochet into each stitch across. Okay, I just have 1 more here. Your stitch count should be 23 still. Okay, for row 33, we're going to chain 1 and turn. And we're going to work a single crochet 2 together. Then we're going to single crochet into the next 19 stitches. Okay, here's 19 for me. After you've worked your 19 single crochet, you should have 2 stitches left. Go ahead and work a single crochet 2 together. And your stitch count for this row should be 21. Now for row 34, we're going to chain 1 and turn. And then we're just going to work 1 single crochet into each stitch across. Go ahead and work your way across, and I will meet up with you at the end of the row. Okay, I'm at the end of row 34 now. For row 34, you should still have 21 single crochet. For row 35, chain 1 and turn. Now we're going to single crochet 2 together, then single crochet into 17, after you've single crocheted into 17, you should have 2 stitches left. Go ahead and single crochet 2 together. Okay, now you should have 19 single crochet across. Go ahead and chain 1 and turn for row 36. And now we're just going to single crochet into each stitch across. Okay, and for this row, you should still have 19 single crochet. Go ahead and chain 1 and turn for row 37. We're going to single crochet 2 together, and then we're going to single crochet into 15, and now we're going to single crochet the last 2 stitches together. And you should have 17 stitches across. Chain 1 and turn for row 38. Okay, now single crochet 2 together, then single crochet into the next 13 stitches. Okay, and then we're going to single crochet the last 2 stitches together. Chain 1 and turn for row 39. Oh, and if you want to double check, row 38 should have 15 stitches across. Okay, for row 39, single crochet 2 together, and then single crochet into the next 11 stitches. And then after you've worked those 11, go ahead and single crochet the last 2 together. And you should have 13 stitches across. For row 40, chain 1 and turn. Single crochet the first 2 stitches together. Then single crochet into 9. And then single crochet your last 2 stitches together. And now you should have 11 stitches across. For row 41, chain 1 and turn. Single crochet the first 2 stitches together. Then single crochet into the next 7 stitches. Single crochet your last 2 stitches together. And now you should have 9 stitches for this row. Chain 1 and turn for row 42. Single crochet the first 2 stitches together. Single crochet in 5. And then single crochet your last 2 stitches together. And you should have 7 stitches for this row. Chain 1 and turn for row 43. Single crochet the first 2 stitches together, and then single crochet into the next 3 stitches. Single crochet the last 2 stitches together, and you should have 5 stitches. Chain 1 and turn. And this is our final row. For row 44, we're going to single crochet 2 together, single crochet into the next stitch, and then single crochet the last 2 together. And now we're going to fasten off. And you can cut your yarn. And now this completes our first bump here. Okay, so Now that you've cut your yarn, you need to turn your piece over because we're going to start working the second bump right here. Okay, so now we need to join our yarn. First, make a slip knot. And then we're just going to join to the last stitch here on the end. So go ahead and join with a slip stitch and then chain 1. And now this is going to bring us back down to what would be row 30. So we're going to start by working 2 single crochet. And then we're going to single crochet into 21 stitches. Go ahead and work your way across, and I will see you at the end of the row. Okay, so I'm working single crochet number 21. And now for this row, you should have 23 stitches across. We are going to be leaving this stitch unworked. So go ahead and chain 1. And now for row 31, we're going to start by single crocheting 2 together. Then we're going to single crochet into 20 and then work 2 single crochet total in that last stitch. So go ahead, work your way across, and I will meet you at the last stitch. So that's single crochet into the next 20 and then work 2 single crochet in the last stitch. Okay, I'm just working my last single crochet. So for this row, you should have 23 stitches across. And now for row 32, chain 1 and turn. And now we're just going to single crochet into each stitch across. Go ahead and work your way across. Okay, I'm just working my last stitch here of row 32. Now you should still have 23 stitches across. Now for row 33, chain 1 and turn. Now we're going to single crochet 2 together. Then we're going to single crochet into 19. Here is 19. And now we're going to single crochet 2 together in these last 2 stitches. Okay, so you should have 21 stitches across. For row 34, go ahead and chain 1. And then we're just going to single crochet into each stitch across. Go ahead and work your way across, and I will see you at the end of the row. Okay, I'm just finishing row 34. And you should have 21 stitches across. For row 35, chain 1 and turn. Now we're going to single crochet 2 together. Then we're going to single crochet into the next 17. Okay, after you have your 17, go ahead and single crochet the last 2 stitches together. And you should have 19 stitches across for this row. Now for row 36, chain 1 and turn. And you're just going to single crochet into each stitch across. Go ahead and work your way to the end of the row, and I'll see you there. I am finishing up row 36 now, and for this row you should have 19 stitches across. For row 37, chain 1 and turn. And now we're going to single crochet 2 together. Then we're going to single crochet into the next 15. Okay, when you get to the end, you should have 2 left. Go ahead and single crochet those 2 together. Now you should have 17 stitches in this row. For row 38, chain 1 and turn. Single crochet 2 together. Then single crochet into 13. Okay, now single crochet the last 2 stitches together. And you should have 15 stitches for this row. For row 39, chain 1 and turn. Single crochet 2 together. Then single crochet into the next 11 stitches. Eight, 9, 10, and 11. Now single crochet 2 together at the end here. And for this row you should have 13 stitches across. For row 40, chain 1 and turn. Okay, single crochet the first 2 stitches together. Then single crochet into 9. Okay, after you have those 9, single crochet 2 together, and you should have 11 stitches total for this row. Chain 1 and turn for row 41. single crochet 2 together, and then single crochet into the next 7 stitches. After you've single crocheted into 7, single crochet these 2 last stitches together, and you should have 9 stitches total for this row. Chain 1 and turn for row 42. Single crochet 2 together, single crochet into the next 5 stitches, and then single crochet the last 2 stitches together, and you should have 7 stitches for this row. Chain 1 and turn for row 43. Single crochet 2 together, then single crochet into the next 3, and then single crochet the last 2 together. Chain 1 and turn. Single crochet 2 together, single crochet, and then single crochet 2 together. Okay, so before we move on, this pattern consists of 2 hearts that need to be made, and then we're going to be joining them by working around the edge. So if this is your first heart that you've made, you can go ahead and fasten off, and you can cut your yarn, and then you need to go back to the beginning of the video and make your second heart. If this is your second heart, you can go ahead and chain 1, but we're not going to fasten off. Let me grab my other heart, and then I will show you how to join the hearts together. Okay, I've grabbed my second heart, but we should actually sew in our ends first before moving on and joining the hearts together. So I'm going to show you how I sew in one of my ends, and then I'll go ahead and sew in the remaining ends off of camera. So I've got my yarn threaded here, and for this top end here at the top of the heart, just going to work it down another row. And then I just like to work back and forth 3 times. So there's 2. And then I just work it back one more time. And then you can cut your yarn. So go ahead and sew in all of your remaining ends, but just leave this one because we're going to be using this yarn here to attach the hearts to each other. Okay, so I'll see you in just a sec. Okay, I've sewn in all of my ends now. So now you can just grab your hook and put it back here. Now we're going to, this is our second heart that we made. We're going to have this one on top. Does not matter, there's no wrong or right side of this, so it doesn't matter what side you're on. So you just lay these on top of each other and line them up. You could use stitch markers if you wanted to kind of pin them. but I don't really find that necessary. You obviously just want to make sure the center of the heart lines up, and then the tops line up, and then your sides here where the heart comes out in the bottom. So we're just going to be single crocheting these two pieces together. And then when you get down here to the bottom, you're going to work a single crochet, chain one, and then another single crochet all into the same space. And then right here, I work a single crochet 3 together. So I'm going to work this up with you till I get to here, and then I'll leave you to work all the way around, and I will meet up with you at the bottom here. Okay, so we've got our chain 1, and this is our 3 stitches on the top here, 3 stitches. We're going to put our hook down here to start and do the same thing on the other heart. And then just go ahead and single crochet, making sure you're going through both hearts. This is kind of in my way, so I'm going to move it. And we're not really keeping track of how many single crochet we have. Everybody's probably going to end up with a different number. You want to just look, make sure that your rows are lining up. See how you can see the bumps here? Make sure those are still lining up. Just check every so often. And if it ends up that you're not lining up, you can always just pull out your stitches and retry. Okay, so I'm almost down here to the dip. Okay, so now that I'm down here, I'm going to work a single crochet 3 together. So I'm going to first start my single crochet here, pull through a loop, then I'm going to go through this stitch here that we skipped before, or that we left unworked. Do that on both hearts. Yarn over and pull through, and now we're going to go over here onto the side. Put your hook through both hearts, yarn over and pull through. Now yarn over and pull through all 4 loops on the hook. And there you have it. You can hear my cat meowing there. So now you can just go ahead and continue crocheting around. And actually, I forgot to mention when I was telling you where to place the extra stitches, when you get up here to the top, you're going to want to work 2 single crochet in this first stitch here, and then 1 and then 2, and that's going to help keep your heart rounded. And I'll just work with you up to there. It'll just be easier to be able to show you. So just keep single crocheting. We can see that we're still lined up really good here. Okay, we're almost there. Okay. Oh, this cat, she's so dramatic. Okay, so now I'm up here to where you can see the 3 unworked stitches. So now going through both hearts, work 2 stitches here, then 1 here, 1 single crochet here, and then 2 single crochet here. And then you can continue working around. So I'm going to leave you to continue working around, and then I will meet up with you down here at the tip. Okay, so I've made my way down the side and I'm at the tip now. So this is our chain that we worked 3 single crochet into in the beginning of the pattern. So we're going to insert our hook there and then find that same chain on the second heart. And then we're going to single crochet, chain 1, and then work another single crochet into that same spot. Just like that. Then you can rotate your piece so you can work along the side again. So just continue to work along, single crocheting these 2 pieces together. And now we're going to want to stop before we get to the very end because we need to stuff this. So when you work your way down, stop about right here. This should give you enough space to be able to stuff it. Okay, so I will meet back up with you once I get to this spot right here. Now I'm here to the side of the heart, and I have my little space here to start filling. So just go ahead and pull your hook out and then grab your fiber fill. I just opened this one. I've never bought this type before, but it feels amazing. Wow. Okay, so first I have some older fiber fill that I'm going to put into the bottom. So you just want to fill this up and make sure it's pretty firm. And now you could, if you're good at sewing, you could make a pillow form using the shape that the heart shape that we crocheted. I know how to sew, but I prefer not to. So I'm not going to be making a pillow form. And then if you did have a pillow form, you of course would have wanted to put that in before you crocheted these pieces together. So just go ahead and fill your heart, making sure to use your hand to put it down into the point really well. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and finish up filling this, and then I'll show you, and I'll finish up the rest of this little edge here with you. So go ahead and just fill up your heart really well, and then come back here. Just adding my last little bit of fiber fill here. still can't believe how soft this is. And I used up this whole entire bag. So that was 12 ounces plus my leftover fiber fill that I already had. Okay, so now you can grab your hook, and we're just going to finish crocheting this edge here. So just work your way up to the top. That's just some of my fiber fill coming through. Okay, so almost to the top here. Okay, so now I'm up here at the top. We're going to work 2 single crochet here. Whoop. In this end. Then 1 single crochet here. And 2 single crochet in this last stitch. And now you can go ahead and join with a slip stitch, and you can fasten off. Okay. Just push some of my fluff around there. Okay, now grab your yarn and your needle. We're just going to sew this end in really quick. Sorry, can't really see that. There we go. Okay. Okay, now we're going to grab our second color, and we're going to start the edge. Okay, and we'll get started on the trim now. So go ahead and start with a slip knot. And then really you could join anywhere, but I'm just going to join to the tip of the heart here. And this is super simple. So we're just going to join with a slip stitch. And then we're going to chain 2. And then we're going to skip 1 and slip stitch into the next. Just like that. So that again is chain 2, skip 1, slip stitch into the next. We're just going to work that all the way around. Chain 2, skip 1, slip stitch in the next. So go ahead and work your way all the way around, and then I'll meet up with you at the end. Okay, so I've made my way around to the end here. And now I have one more here, so this works out good because I can chain 2, and then I'll just be joining to this chain here. But if you don't have one here, this would be landing in the same space as where you started. So either way works out just fine. So I'll just slip stitch here and then fasten off. Okay, I'm just going to sew these ends in off of camera, but check out the finished heart here. Thanks so much everybody for watching along and crocheting with me. I hope you all have a very happy Valentine's Day, and I will see you again very soon with another pattern.